can spark, we can give, we can hold, we can shine together. We can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can hold, we can die together.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway. Takes 2
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Well, you fucked us again, didn't you, Caps? You really gave us that hope. And then nothing. Well, I'll be damned. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. This isn't my beautiful cup. This isn't my beautiful parade. And every good days go by. Let the water roll me out. Days go by. Yeah. My God. So the Caps lost, and we're going to lament over that for the next 17 and a half hours.
That's true.
You know, it's funny. I it seems much longer than that the Caps were eliminated. Because
I'm just gonna say it this way, but I reeled off 4 100% sleep nights after the Caps lost. So all I'm saying is somebody got their sleep back.
Well, hey, can you give some to Jen, because she is not sleeping.
Oh,
She's getting like 2 hours a night, and the stupidest jokes making her laugh hysterically. So I know something's wrong because she rarely laughs at my jokes otherwise.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. You support me. So here we are. Things are happening. We're trying to find areas in Chicago that we're not going to get stabbed or killed.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a lot harder than you would think. I mean, to do it cheaply. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No. Sure. Yes. There's that. Mark, you've been to Chicago. Where's the non-stabby, killy parts of Chicago?
By the river, sort of.
Okay, see, that seems where...
There's a place called The Loop. Where,
is that
where Mr. Lilly used to go?
I was going to say.
Yes. Exactly. But
no wonder
downtown,
you always frequented that place.
There's a set of metro, or L stations, the elevated train in Chicago.
What are they, Spanish?
L train, yes. It's L train.
El Treno.
But anywhere really within that area is good to go, I would say. Unless someone wants to correct me, which
please do.
Please do.
At FaceOffHDKY Show on Twitter or FaceOffHockeyShow at gmail.com. You can.
I did get Liam. I think that's how you say her name.
Lena. Yeah, I know who you're talking about though.
I talked to her for a little bit, and she was giving me some places to stay. She also said that it is Pride weekend in Chicago while the draft is in town.
It is also ALA weekend. The American Libraries Association, Librarians Association will be in Chicago. So there we go, everybody.
I feel like that's the beginning of like a long-winded joke, like a librarian and like walks into the Pride parade, and
a librarian, a hockey scout, and a gay man walk into a bar. They sit down and have drinks and enjoy each other's company.
That comes out of this.
They sit down and enjoy each other's company and have a great drink. It's fantastic.
We're just missing like a furries convention away from like the apocalypse at this point.
I wish that happened in Pittsburgh. I wish the furry convention had happened in Pittsburgh. That would have been great. Same weekend as draft weekend. It would have been fantastic. It would have livened Pittsburgh up, but still we wouldn't be able to get any cabs.
It's true.
I found myself a nice little Best Western. I'm looking. Sorry, Johnny. I'm looking into deep downtown, near the river, near something called the Mart. I don't know what the Mart is. Oh, it's apparently a venue for show homes, trade homes. It's apparently near the Magnificent Miles. The Magnificent Mile somewhere I'm gonna get stabbed. I don't know. Possibly.
I don't. Well, it depends. How close is the Magnificent Mile to 6 Mile?
It's near the Navy Pier.
So
it's
closer
also
to the
by the
green.
Considering 6 Mile is in Detroit, I think you're good.
But it's
also-
probably
it's-
closer to the Green Mile then.
It's close to the Drake, and everyone loves the Drake.
If you're Canadian.
And he started from the bottom, and now he's here. So obviously, and that's an up. Listen to this: upscale landmark featuring high tea 4-star hotel for $129 a night.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
The best Western's $104 a night.
These are more downtown.
Yeah, these are downtown. There's a travel lodge for $93, but that's near Grant Park. I think Grant Park's bad. Is Grant Park bad? I don't know.
Yeah, Grant Park is where the Bean is.
Isn't Wicker Park the movie where the psycho goes around killing people?
That's the Wicker Man.
Mm.
Anything else?
Is there any place near Lincoln Park where it? But I heard if you stay near Lincoln Park, things will be crawling in your skin.
Yeah.
Yep. The wounds, they will not heal.
No. You might end up with a Limp Biscuit.
Ew. They do make bills for that, though.
Yeah, it's true. They
Jesus,
keep rolling.
The Marriott near the Illinois Medical District is fucking $250 a night. What am I making Yahoo money? Well, according to...
Apparently they aren't anymore.
I was going to say...
My God. I woke up to that this morning and I was like, what in the flying hell went on last night?
Which part did you wake up to? Because I woke up to the Jen Neal news and I don't know anything else about that.
I saw Leahy's retweet of Jen's, I think. And then later in the afternoon, I saw Leahy put on a picture of Jen and Josh being like, I'm going to miss these guys. And I was like, what in the hell? Everybody.
Yeah, they're just fucking everybody's leaving or getting fired.
Oh. Yeah, I blame Verizon.
Let's see what happened. Let me see these pictures. We'll miss with these two every day, but I know.
See, that's the one I saw.
First off, how is he a writer when he fucked that one up? We'll miss with these two every day. What does that even mean?
That's fine. It's an autocorrect.
Okay.
I mean, Leahy doesn't have enough money to have an editor for his tweets.
Yeah.
Although Leahy, if you want to pay somebody, let me know, man.
I guess there goes my whole idea of pitching Leahy and Wyshynski my thing at the Chicago area. Fuck. Well,
that's a weird pitch.
I was going to pitch something to him so I can get out of the medical industry.
Well, maybe you're less money.
When did GregWyshynski.com become a thing? Hold on.
Wait, what?
Apparently, there's a GregWyshynski.com.
Is it actually Greg Wyshynski?
Yes.
Or is it like somebody who bought it and wants to sell it to him?
No, it's actually him.
Does it have a copyright on it of when it was created?
Copyright 2015, Greg Wyshynski. This has been around for 2 years. We're finding this out now. It looks like he just takes everything from. He just relays this from.
I feel like Leahy should have told us this.
Oh, now we have to find out if there's a SeanLeahy.com. If not, I'm buying it.
There is, but it's all a white page.
No, there is. Speaking, consulting, and training. The art, science, and passion of selling. Apparently there's a Sean.
Alternate ego Sean Leahy?
I said yes. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Apparently there's a Sean Leahy.
I love it when hockey season ends.
Oh, dude, fuck this. Like, Cap season's over. I don't give a shit about anything else. Sean Leahy is apparently a speaking about you. What do you mean about you? Your meeting is. Oh God, do you mind if I do this?
It's gonna be a live read, folks. Good night.
Here we go. Your meeting is not about me. It's about you and your team, and that's the way I approach it. When you book me to speak or train at one of your events, you and your team become my top priority. I do everything in my power to deliver exactly what you want. To start, to start, you'll receive a 4-page questionnaire. Jesus Christ, that's too much like homework. Questionnaire for me that will understand exactly what you want to accomplish at your meeting. That will be followed by 3 phone interviews with key people from your company so I can get multiple perspectives of your organization. I then circle back. This is something I'm reading verbatim, by the way.
This sounds expensive.
I then circle back to your point person and your meeting coordinator as many times as needed to ensure that no detail is missed. Then and only then I prepare a highly customized speech that accomplishes exactly what you want to do. That's the first paragraph.
I feel like Sean Leahy's rider is merely just, I would like a massive glass bowl of limes.
This like his thing could be Sean Leahy. I began my business career selling jewelry on the streets of New York City. In order to pay my way through college, I sold gas grills, cassette tapes, stereo equipment, and worked the midnight shift at a convenience store. I stunk as a street vendor and shared the humbling experience to illustrate how salespeople can learn how to be successful. It was during these challenging days that I began observing what the successful vendors were doing and what I was not. Apparently, in 25 years later, he started a consortium of some of the largest electrical distributors in the world. Within a few years, we approached the $200 million in sales by building a customer base of mostly Fortune 500 companies. I was a president and CEO for close to 20 years, participated on 3 boards of directors, and have spoken to and worked with companies big and small all over the world. To name drop a through, I've worked with Disney, Michelin, BASF, Pepsi, Land O'Lakes, and many, many more. Sean at SeanLeahy.com. You can get him, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, question.
Does BASF does not make things, does it?
BASF?
Yeah, they make things better.
Yeah, they do. They make things better, and that's what Sean Leahy did. Sales shot. He has a book, The Sales Shot. You can buy it now from Amazon.
How much is it? I might buy it and have Sean Leahy autograph it when we get to Chicago.
Sean P. Leahy, everybody, is his God-given name.
What if I do that and then then I don't ask Greg to sign his book? Like, I don't get Greg's book, but then I bring Leahy's book to the party, and I'm like, Sean Leahy, I'd like you to sign your book.
By the way, there is a shot. I'm gonna, if I can. Oh yes. Oh, this is the stuff right here. This is what the Scotty screen share was. This is what Scotty screen share was created for. So here's the cover of the Sales Shot. 100.
Are we serious?
It's a lime shot.
That is a shot of lime juice. I have to buy this, actually.
The Sales Shot, 100 fast-paced, hard-hitting sales tips by Sean P. Leahy. You can buy it. Is
this Prime?
Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's it's Prime. Paperback is $15.99, sir.
I might make this happen, actually.
You're like, I gotta do this now.
God damn it! Why do we find stuff like this? We were doing so well, and now I'm spending money.
I know. So congratulations, Sean Leahy. He doesn't promote his book as much as Wish does.
No, he doesn't.
I'm kind of shocked.
Wish is doing shameless promotion compared to Sean Leahy in his book.
Yeah.
Lime shots, why you need them.
Oh my God. So that's the thing that we stumbled across. All right.
Wow.
But yeah,
great night.
Shout out to Jen Neal and Josh Cooper. We spent time with Josh Cooper in Florida.
They're good people.
Never only interacted with Jen Neal through Twitter and stuff, but she was the one who contacted me about doing the Caps 5 things this past summer. So thanks to her, and they're gonna do great. Josh Cooper came from the Tennessean, I think, or some Nashville blog, and Jen Neal's she's tremendous. So these people will jump down on their feet and be fine, and it's all good. So there you go.
That's why we continue to do our show, because we can't fire ourselves.
Exactly, and we have no budget, so we cannot get rid of ourselves.
If we were gonna make people leave because of budgetary concerns, we would have done that 12 years ago.
The thing is that we're probably going to leave not because of budgetary concerns, but just because we're just tired of it.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, 16. We're almost 16 years. What the hell is this?
I mean, we're just gonna go out Sopranos, probably fade to black, and never come back.
I mean, Mark's having a kid just to get out of this whole mess. I mean,
That's
that's
true.
He's the smartest one out of all of us.
True.
That's
That's true.
By the way, Mazel, Mister with the C.
Thank you.
On finally,
Tiny Patanzo already has a Caps jersey too.
yeah, I love it.
That's it. Little Patanzo.
Love it.
Yep.
Sorry.
Officially a boy.
Oh well, thank God for that.
Yes.
It was unofficial. It was unofficial, like the unofficial results at a horse track for a while there.
That's better than having a sweet potato.
That's much anything is better than having a sweet potato. But that's just me. So yeah, Mark's wife is having a boy.
Yes.
Mark
I am
contributed to having a boy, but the better half is actually having it.
That's a true story. Yes.
Yeah. So there's that. We'll let Mark go more in depth with the details, but we can't break with tradition. We already broke a little with tradition by not getting to
by
Johnny's
going to
news.
SeanLeahy.com right
By
off the
going
top.
to SeanLeahy.com, finding out there's a GregWyshinsky.com, and being sad that Jed Neal and Josh Cooper got let go from Yahoo, because not only it's kind of sucks for them because they're good writers, but it's selfish of me because I can't pitch something great to make Yahoo dollars.
Mm,
What can you do? Here we are. We're sitting here at a standstill.
yep.
Speaking of standstill, Johnny P, were you standing still in your yard making sure that the grass was growing?
I actually don't have grass yet.
What?
I haven't gotten the plugs to plant in my yard, so apparently I care. So a bit of house cleaning before I talk about the week. Quick shout out to Brian, who hit us up on Twitter during Game 7. Thank you for the love and your support. Even though everything went down in a ball of fire. We had a new Facebook like last week. Robert, thanks for the like. And I don't know why I do this, but every once in a while I look at our iTunes. Our most recent review is a 1-star review from NYRHKY21. So I'm assuming that person is a Rangers fan, so fuck them. I did have a question though, and this can go out to anybody. You can answer on Twitter if you'd like, even. Basically, haven't we reached the day and age where a 1-star review screams out, "I have no fucking clue what's going on with this product"?
I'd say so.
Like, if you see somebody put a 1-star review on Amazon, it basically means like, I didn't put batteries in it and it didn't work. Like, I feel like they are the dumbest people that I can possibly know. So yeah, thanks for the 1-star review. Unrelated, we've moved up in the hockey rankings on iTunes.
Oh, nice.
We're now 7th in hockey podcasts. If you search for hockey on iTunes, we're the 7th podcast that shows up. If you like us, give us a 5-star review. Tell us how good we are, and tell Rangers fans they suck. And that'll help us.
Is this like Super Mario or the WWE Champions Challenge, or whatever the hell it's called, where the accumulation of stars is actually the big thing that makes us move up?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how it actually works. Somebody might have to actually tell me how rankings work, but we've moved ahead of the Kings podcast again. So we got that going for us.
I smell a feud coming on.
Yeah.
With who? Us and Rangers fans? That's
With
been going on for
Johnny Rosen.
The Kings podcast.
Yeah, if it's Johnny Rosen, then it's just going to be a feud of Simpson quotes.
Yeah, and we're going to end up at the Chicago Fire game all hanging out in a group anyway, so whatever.
There you go.
So a quick some quick sleep stats.
There we go.
Since the Capitals lost last week, starting on Wednesday night, actually, 97%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 71% on Monday night, and that's because I went out drinking after my soccer games. 98% last night. So if you take out the one night that I went to sleep at midnight and drank beer, I am averaging 99% sleep since the Capitals ended their season. So I got that going for me. Some good snoring stats too. I've had a couple nights of 0 minutes of snoring. So yeah, the Snorsky isn't as good this week, but it'll come back, I'm sure. What else did I do? We had Mother's Day. We all went to Pasadena on Sunday.
Seems like a plan. That seemed like a
Got that going for us. And yeah, that's probably it. I'm just kind of waiting for grass to show up so I can plant some plugs and grow some grass in the front yard. I'm not gonna lie though, my front yard's never looked better than after I killed it all with weed killer. So yeah, and this weekend heading to Ocean City to play golf for 3 days.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah, so
Go
we'll
over
see. I can tell people
lovely
how
Bay
terrible
Bridge.
of a golfer I am.
Go over that lovely Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah, yep, got that going for us. I have a package that I have to pick up from the post office tomorrow. I ordered
That's my package.
I ordered a bunch of soccer equipment from England.
Okay,
A
sure.
Father's Day gift from my dad that came from Italy. Well,
Nice.
Italy to England. Picked up 3 pairs of shorts and a pair of soccer socks.
Nice.
All team issued. So really nice stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I bet.
the post office has that. And in solidarity of an atrocious own goal, I am rocking out my authentic Italy jersey tonight.
Yeah, that was. Ooh, that was a bad own goal. Oh, that was fucking brutal.
Like it wouldn't have even gone in if he was right-handed. Like if he would have
Yeah.
taken that on his backhand, he would have fallen and it would have gone in the corner.
Yeah,
But he
it was-
just like slotted it straight home, being left-handed.
It's a hell of a shot, though. You can't get it more center than that, though. Fuck, that was bad. I saw that. I'm like, wow, Johnny's played like a game of hockey, and he probably could have been able to protect the puck better.
There was no one around him either. He like fell over the crease.
He hit a rivet or a divot. He might have hit a rivet. Who knows with that fucking ice?
If
over
he
there.
hit a rivet, that was probably really bad.
Probably off his own skate. That's what caused him to fall. He busted a rivet, and down he goes.
So yeah, I've watched some World Championships.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually I will say that I watched every exit interview that the Capitals put up on their app,
Why?
which was like 2 hours of videos.
Jesus.
So I had that going for me. I watched every single one of them. I am 8 weeks behind on the Soderstrom bubble, so I have to get on that at some point.
Yeah, we were shocked to find out. It's just like, wow, we've really done 15 of these.
You know
How is
what's
there-
great is like I feel like Sean Leahy. So like I'm so far behind that like something occurs, like you guys talk about me or something, and I like send you a tweet, and like now I know exactly how Sean Leahy felt. Like I almost feel bad for him that I put it up every week.
It is because I forget it like that night. Like after dinner's made, I just forget what the hell we talked about.
I'm on episode 9. Is the next one I have to listen to. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
So I'm 6 episodes behind still.
Nice. Well, you got your weekend planned out for you.
Yeah, I won't even be here.
I know. Fantastic. You get your drive. If you drive yourself, throw it on the iPod and away you go.
It's true. I need to learn I can download these, can I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. God, that's the best way.
Yeah,
I
just
can't
download-
stream because I only have 2 gigabytes of data, so I can't stream the podcast. But if I downloaded it onto my phone, then
Yeah,
I
it'd
could
be
listen to
fine.
the podcast.
There you go. You're good to go.
Yes.
So Mark, you
Right.
50.
Well, that was my week. That was long-winded.
That's fine.
Shout
Mark's-
out to beer sponsor of the show, Duclaw.
There you go. Is that official?
I mean, they give us beer, so
Is there a way we can make that official?
I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna try.
We should try that.
I've been trying some producing things lately. We'll see what sticks. I will say that a lot of people are far more interested in talking to me when the Capitals are playing hockey.
Odd how that works.
So,
Well, hey,
uh,
now's the perfect time to get stuff ready for next season.
well, what I'm gonna try and do next year is I'm gonna try and do some live shows during the season.
Yeah, smart.
Make that happen. Get my foot in the door, and then come playoff time, I can go full bore if I have to. So.
Yeah, and that way we can have a set schedule, and then people can show up and not just have like 2 days of notice.
Yeah.
So
And we
good,
can have somebody actually advertise for us.
that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Duclaw. Duclaw me. Is Duclaw still in Rundle Mills?
I
Rundle
don't
Mill-
believe so. I believe all of their stores are gone. Like their restaurants, I think, are pretty much finished.
Wow. Benito Santiago. Well then. Duclaw Restaurants is done. Yeah. Did I tell you guys did I say it last week about the mall and the bowling? Yeah, we talked Big Stand Invitational last week, I think.
You did mention the ball and the bowling.
Yeah. And the Glen Burnie Mall just yeah. All right, perfect. So Mark, you're 15 weeks behind on the SodaStream bubble, I think.
I am. I'm sorry.
But no, it's fine. It's fine. You have better things to do, like getting ready for the baby.
Yes.
So-
I should download and listen maybe at my desk at work when I'm at my desk at work.
You're going to have a lot of time being up in the middle of the night, I think. You can probably
That's
listen
true,
to an
too.
hour of podcasts.
That's probably true.
yeah.
So yeah, getting upstairs ready. We have sheets. If you look closely at the picture, we have a crib, we have the mattress, and we have sheets that have mustaches on them.
Nice.
The picture that is on Facebook of the Caps jersey that John showed
Did
on
you
the
show
show.
everybody the pacifier? Was that last week?
The pacifier. No, that was not last week on the show. But the pacifier is also.
That's not near you then, I guess.
It is upstairs. No.
All right, we'll show people next week. That's a team.
Yes. Whew. But other than that, man,
You need to catch up
Just-
on sleep now.
surviving, and Mother's Day was over the weekend, so Brittany's first. Well, technically, like she is a mother, but the baby's not here yet. But we celebrated because, the baby's there, and she's gonna be a mom. So we celebrated. Yeah.
It's a little. So you're getting weirdly technical in this. It's kind of
Yes.
a chicken or
Yes.
egg thing.
But yes,
Mark
technically
is
first
pro-life.
Mother's Day.
As soon
And
as
then
there's
next
life,
year-
Mark is pro.
Next year will be the first Mother's Day again.
So is this like a negative Mother's Day
I think
or
so.
zero Mother's
I
Day?
don't
This
know
might
how
be
that
zero
works.
Mother's Day.
This is the pilot episode of the Mother's Day. So then they go full live in about a couple months now, and then the first episode when the pilot gets picked up because it's crying in its crib and it wants to be fed,
Mhm.
then the Mother Day starts. So
There we go.
this is a
So,
test
yeah,
run. Yeah.
that's about all. Nothing crazy.
Oh, you want to talk about crazy boy? Howdy, hang on to your tits, everybody. Yeah, we did really nothing this week. Wait, good. This weekend, what did I do this weekend? This week, nothing really. We did the usual romp around the area here just to get out and about. Think if we bought anything. We went to yard sales are starting up now. So boy, howdy, are we
Nice.
cashing in on those things? People want to get rid of their junk. We'll take those junks. Thank you very much, because it's hockey stuff that we find great and fascinating. But I bought something yesterday. Bought something yesterday because I thought to myself, one of these days, you're going to need this in your house. One of these days, you're going to need this in your life. One of these days, someone will say, hey, do you have a lithograph of a Swedish goaltender with a big bubble mask? And I'll say, you know what? God damn it, I do. I do.
It's a very specific one that somebody has from you.
It's an odd situation. I know. I said that to myself too. And I don't think anyone's going to say that, but you never know. So I went on the eBay. I saw this for $3.99. I bid $3.99. $3.99. Let's just.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, I stopped myself there. $3.99. The shipping was $5.99. So I got this in total for $10. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a Tommy Soderstrom lithograph, with the card and a little thing here. It will be adorning the Soderstrom Bubble Studios.
That's an amazing mask.
Yeah, it's supposed to be delivered here on Saturday. So there you go. like that. It's hard to get that mask proper, and I think the artist did as best as they could. Because that mask is a
I mean, the
goddamn
part on the
minefield.
once it curves, like the near side, I bet is way easy. But once it curves, that's probably really hard on the opposite side there.
Once you get much like Ruffles, once it gets to the ridges up top, it's really just a downfall.
Yeah,
Um,
that's beautiful though.
so it's glorious for $10. It'll go along the Eddie Belfour one that Jen bought me. Magnificent. Like this whole thing, it's coming. This room's coming together now. If I just could find a place to hang it, then we could go at it. Probably behind me. So it's just a matter of getting this.
I'm gonna ask a weird question at this point.
There's no weird questions.
Why did Tommy Soderstrom have to wear a neck protector? It looks like that the mask protected most of his like entire upper torso.
You know, you're not wrong on that. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, let's get back to the thing. It kind of did look like it. Oh, I gotta pop that back up, don't I? Jesus. So yeah, it kind of does look like it's up to his neck in lithograph style. Yeah, I don't know why he wore it. I guess
Like I feel like the neck protector was just extra.
it was just there to draw a penalty.
Is he wearing the neck protector in the picture?
Yes,
The
he is.
actual picture?
In the card picture, yes.
Wow, it's amazing. I don't even know how you play like that.
No, me neither. Like, how do you play with a bubble that big?
Yeah, mine wasn't that big.
Yeah, no. No, you had a
It's a big bubble.
Yeah, that's a
big
big bubble there, boy. It's a big bubble, boy. Bubble boy. I gotta find a good picture. Where can you find? Oh, I was like, why is my website come? Oh, that's right. I did a absurd goalie Monday on him. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? So, oh, this is a good. This is a decent picture. It's a little bit on the grain side. And we get to there we go. So there's the big bubble where he's just floating in his helmet, and then the mask is just coming down just a little bit lower than the cage.
Okay. What did they mandate that you had to wear a neck protector at some point? I don't.
No, I don't think so.
There's zero reason to wear. Look, it's actually so tied up that the neck protector covers 4 inches of the mask.
Yeah, it does. It covers that bottom part of the mask, and also look at the wings that it has on the side of his cage. Look at those wings. He must have Red Bull. Those are fantastic. Also, through all,
beautiful. Can we find those on eBay anymore?
I've been trying. God knows I've been trying.
Really?
It's hard to find a Yofa helmet. That is that.
What if you had the Yofa? What if you had the cage? Because I still have a Yofa helmet.
Oh, I know. I bought Jenny Yofa helmet too, so we're trying to fiend the cage. It's hard because it's all the players' mask cages. Like the old the kid college cages.
Just the smaller ones, not the goalie cage.
No, not the goalie cage.
Gotcha.
So it's difícil. Oh wait. No. Wait. What the? Oh, I found one. It's $129. Vintage Swedish Yofa ice hockey goalie bubble cage face mask with flapper. That's tremendous. It's not the big one now. It's not. That's a ripoff. I want a big giant bubble cage, ladies and gentlemen. Find me a Soderstrom bubble cage. I'll give you $20. Find me a bubble Jam mid 10 condition bubble cage. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it on the oh, is this? No, it's not that big. Wait, maybe.
Mark, did you ever have cat eye cage?
No, I never played with an actual goalie helmet. I played with the first one I played with was a Hasek with a full cage in the front. Although now that I mention it, maybe I did have a cat's eye regular cage for a little bit. I don't remember.
But then you had the white helmet, the full helmet.
Yeah, now I still have it. I have it in the garage there, and it's the Yofa full helmet. But it's still but the top rocks up and down forward.
Yeah.
So it's not like It's not like a
It's not
goalie
a one
helmet
piece.
that has a piece in the back that holds the helmet to your face, like these days. This one was a helmet that had a full, like, rocking cage that came down. It was rocking.
It was a rocking cage.
It was
I
damn
got you
rocking,
that
man.
one. I got that on eBay actually.
Yeah,
That was
that
a
was
Christmas
that's
present
a
one year.
great helmet.
I have to see if I have my Hasek helmet around still. Because I had the old blue Cooper helmet with the Hasek cage on it.
I think it was in the bag that
It's not in the bag.
The
It's in the bag.
bird.
Okay, not in the bag.
I looked in the bag.
The
Okay.
bird.
That's where I would have guessed.
So I hope you didn't have it then. Because if it not, it's gone. Oh well.
If for nothing,
I'll
it's
look
gone.
on eBay.
There you go. eBay. All right then. Well, I guess we should get to some news.
All right.
News you can use before you lose.
See what condition my condition was in.
You know, before I say that it's not in the bag, I should probably look.
Maybe.
I pulled all the clothes out of the bag and washed them since they hadn't been washed in a while, but I didn't actually look to see what was in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves some news. Andre Sekera. Yeah, he is dead. I'm kidding. ACL tear. 6
Like
to
Lance
9
Armstrong.
months. Yeah. Or like Mark Patanzo.
Yes.
6 to 9 months on that one. So good luck with
Did you
all
see
of that.
the Twitter report that Lance Armstrong was dead last week, and then Lance Armstrong put out a video of him reading the article?
Oh, I thought that was Avril Lavigne. I'm so confused. By the way, here's a Photoshop of Mr. Patanzo. Straight bar, full kind of cagey there.
That's
with
the
big
one.
yof. With the big yof. Way he goes. Look at him.
It's a
Look at him
great
like
picture.
a champ. It's a hell of a picture by Johnny P.
Did I take that?
Yeah, that was at the during the championship tournament.
It's so sad, like how much better camera gear I have now, and no one plays hockey anymore.
I know, right? So that sucks. Well, we got to get the band back together, I guess. Mark, get your ACL better. We're doing
Okay.
this.
Done.
I'm doing this. You got to show Baby Giuseppe what you were made of on the rink.
That's right.
By the way, if you named the kid Giuseppe, I apologize to Brittany.
Nope, not Giuseppe. We're going with
Good.
Alfonso.
There it is, like Ribeiro. I love it.
No, yeah. No, we're not going with Alfonso Patanzo.
There it is. We got ourselves Alex Ovechkin knee injury, hamstring injury, hampered him.
That looked bad.
Throughout the most of this. It did not look good. It definitely did not look good. So, yeah, it says he's not going to need surgery. Thank God for that. But yeah, we are at the point now where Ovechkin, people are on the trade him bandwagon.
I think we should talk to Lyle about this actually,
Oh, absolutely.
because I almost wonder. I know that Yzerman was 31-ish, I believe, when he won his first cup after a while. But
Mhm.
when is the age that you decide to trade somebody that has been like great for your team and your city, just so that they can win? They can win a cup or something. You know, like if Washington's window is actually closing, how does that decision come up?
We'd have to ask.
And we can tease that and then come back to it in a
Yeah.
half hour.
We'll definitely have to ask Jerome McGinley, because that's a situation I think he is going to be in. So we'll talk to Lyle about that. That's a damn good question there, Johnny. Look at you go with the good questions and such.
Thanks. I try sometimes.
I know. Do we want to do a postmortem on the Caps, or have we done it already? Or do we do it during the show last week?
Well,
I don't
I
even
did-
think we weren't even that bad during the show last week.
No.
I did raise the question to you guys over the course of the week, and maybe we can debate this further when Lyle comes on. But who wins the Stanley Cup first, the Las Vegas Golden Knights or the Washington Capitals?
Depends.
It depends. Let me see their roster September 15th when camps open up.
How well? So I think that the Capitals might have less named players on their team next year than the Vegas Knights. Like, because I have a feeling that there's an influx of Hershey that ends up coming up because God knows what's going on with all the free agents.
I can definitely see the roster being completely trained. I don't know. A lot of people who are in Hershey are just like, yeah, listen, they're not that good. No, they're not that good. Like, well, why can't we fucking build a goddamn farm system? I say for no reason whatsoever. But in any case, yeah, we'll talk to Lyle about that because that's a really good question. Because I think Vegas has a lot more upside, but the Caps could very well. I think the Caps play in a better conference in terms of just being able to sneak in there and be a threat. I don't know. Mark raising up the good questions.
Do you think Vegas makes the playoffs next year?
No. I'll give that a hard no. Because with the two possible goaltending prospects in Scott Darling and Ben Bishop signing deals with the teams that they were traded to, unless Marc-Andre Fleury decides to go ahead and say, yeah, I'll go to Vegas.
Or Grubauer. I mean, they talked to Grubauer a lot, actually, about Vegas in his exit interview because he's been linked to them, like, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Grubauer. I think Grubauer first year as a starter in the Western Conference would be rough. Would be very rough of him.
But
good.
Who was last? It was the Predators were last in the West, right? And they had like 89 points.
Right.
So I feel like you should be able to get to 89 points.
Sure, but Pekka Rinne is Philip Grubauer is not Pekka Rinne.
True. And he's played really well in the last 3 weeks.
Pekka Rinne has been he's gotten back to that form that everyone thought he was going to be like a multi-time Vezina winner. I mean, like he's been a finalist 3 years. He's never won one. But I mean, he's a guy. Pekka Rinne is just an all-world player. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends on who their goaltending is. It depends on who around there. I don't think they make it because I don't think they get the chemistry until way too late.
How many games do the Vegas Knights win home games because they play in Vegas? Like come to Vegas and they realize there are no clocks in that town.
You want to set it over under?
I mean 42 home games. Let's
41.
say that they win 41 home games. Let's say they win over half. So I'm going to go 21 and a half or 20 and a half is their
20 and a half
over under set.
Under for me.
I would have. I'd say under because I don't think teams are going to be staying there for 3 times. You know, I don't think teams are going to be staying there for more than.
But you don't fly in the day of, and the city never sleeps. So even if you go the night before, are you going to get a good night's sleep before a game?
Well, where's the arena located? It's not on the Strip.
It is.
It's just outside.
From the last thing I remember.
Yeah. I think actually is on the Strip. T-Mobile Arena. Let's see where the T-Mobile Arena.
I'm pretty certain it's on the Strip,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
could be wrong.
Yeah, it is on the Vegas Strip.
It's not.
Yep, it is on the Vegas Strip.
It is
on the Strip
behind
enough.
the New York Hotel and Casino. It is not on the Strip.
That's stripperific, man. That's stripperific.
Yeah, that's basically McDougal's if you're talking strips at this point. Like, maybe not great strip, but it's still on the Strip.
You're not wrong. So you're
I'm
saying
going to go over.
You're going to go over.
Yeah. Let's write this down. We'll ask Lyle too.
Okay.
So you and Mark went under 20.5 home wins for Vegas next year, and I went over. I don't even know what their team looks like.
No one does. Home record. So we're setting the over under is 20.5.
Yes.
20.5. I have the under.
And if you listen to the show, let us know on Twitter. We'll write you down too.
Yeah. Mark is
I'm not
under.
sure if we'll have anything to give away. We'll see if I can sell things at that point. Maybe we can give something away after the season.
Johnny is over. We'll get Lyle and his opinion when he gets on here. In the West, the top team, the top home record was Anaheim, who had 29 wins.
All right.
And they'll be playing, I think they're playing that Pacific Division. In the
They are
East,
playing in that Pacific Division.
in the East, the Caps and Penguins had over 30 wins at home. Didn't help the
That's
Caps in Game
actually
7.
interesting. You would figure that you would win more home games out of 41. To only win 3/4, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That has to be the... Okay. I mean, we can debate this in the offseason, probably.
Well, this is the offseason for us, Johnny. Let's go. We got
But no, like, I feel like 75% of your home wins, like, is kind of low for sports. Like, the EPL, you play 38 games, you have 19 home games, and there are teams that won all of them.
Yeah. I think it's a
Like-
different animal, too.
Yeah, I understand that. But I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I give too much thought into home ice advantage. Maybe there really isn't much.
Yeah, I don't know. The best home record ever.
Ever?
36-2-2 by the 75-76 Flyers.
Wow. See, maybe 20 was too high then. Oh well. I already
I would
said
love
it.
yeah, we already said it. We're already in, John.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the one that loses because I was the only one. You went over.
You're not the only one. So in their inaugural season, the Minnesota Wild had 25 wins total. The Blue Jackets had 28 wins total. I can't find a home record, of course. Why would I be able to find a home record for these guys?
Damn it.
I know, that'd be great.
Oh well. I screwed up already.
It's fine. We'll
The
start.
home record probably should have been like 15.
It should have been. You should have had that at a 15.
Oh.
Hey, what
Oh, well.
can you do, brother?
I mean, I don't know anything about hockey. That's what our reviews say, so whatever.
Exactly. What was it? Below average at best?
Yeah, below average
So-
knowledge
Well, yeah.
out of a Rangers fan, which is ironic.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I get it. 1940. I can't chant it anymore. La la la. You douchebag.
The guy probably wasn't
Anyway.
even old enough to remember the last time the Rangers won.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Speaking of the Vegas Golden Knights, they have signed a 5-year deal with the Chicago Wolves to be their AHL affiliates, the worst kept secret in hockey. And Mark, I believe you had this question asked to you a couple weeks ago about what's going to happen with the affiliation thing.
Yes.
St. Louis is now an associate affiliate with the Wolves, so they'll be stocking Vegas's team. So the Blues will have a hand in stocking the Vegas Golden Knights team,
The farm team.
the farm team. Yes,
But the Vegas Knights can't call them up, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Only the Blues can call them up, but the Vegas Knights are going to be the primary in Chicago now. So there's that. The Blues are now going to have an associate, and there's a lot of rumors around that. What's going to happen next with the Blues, especially with word that the Colorado Avalanche could be moving the Colorado Eagles up to the AHL next season, thus abandoning San Antonio, and then San Antonio will be collected by the Blues. I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumors that are swelling around minor league hockey right now. So we shall see what happens in this silly season that is minor league hockey. If only I did a podcast on it.
I love how like as soon as the NHL teams their season ends, or in this case Vegas getting ready to prepare their season, they basically just dismantle like minor league like affiliations and pick up something new or move teams or like do this or do that. Like, and their seasons might not even be over. They're just like, our season's done, so screw it.
You know, the Colorado Eagles are still playing, so they're keeping that under wraps. If they are actually moving up, because they're in the Western Conference Final against the Toledo Walleye. So that's a thing. The Capitals affiliate, the South Carolina Stingrays, are down 2-1 to the Manchester Monarchs. So, got that going for you. And speaking of St. Louis, they fired all 3 assistants and Ty Conklin.
Whoa.
Ty Conklin, obviously the outdoor game is come and gone, so Ty Conklin was no longer needed.
It's true.
So they went ahead and just fired him. Also, the 3 assistant coaches, including Steve Thomas, Stumpy Thomas, as the kids like to call him. So there's that.
I would think that Buffalo probably would hire Ty Conklin, so they should be fine.
No, that's fine. Well, Buffalo hired Jason Botterill as their new general manager. So Jason Botterill coming up from the AHL's Rochester Americans. He is the new GM of the Sabres. And new GM in the AHL for your Hartford Wolfpack, Chris Drury, everybody. Chris Drury, the best pitcher in the NHL, is now the GM of the Hartford Wolfpack. The funny thing is that means Mark Messier still does not have a position in a GM role for the New York Rangers, which he's been longing for years.
But he has his own award.
Worst looking award ever, by the way. So there's that. All right, let's get Lyle on so we can just bitch and complain about the Cap season.
I already sent him the link.
Great. Lyle, get on here.
Lyle comes on when he wants now.
Yeah, I guess so. Fucking.
I have to email him the link every week because he didn't get the whole Hangouts thing.
Fucking. Well, you know, it's funny because Radio's Todd Butts and I are doing that, and it seems that the Hangouts does not want to load for us when we call each other. So we got to email it to each other.
So I should just start emailing it to everybody, or
no? Because it comes up on mine. I don't know why. I think it comes up on Mark's too. I can't speak for Mark.
Yes, I'm good. I get the I just get the link in a Hangout, and I'm able to click on it, and here I am.
So I looked into a trip to England to watch the Ravens play in London. It'll be my first NFL football game for the Ravens, and it's going to be in Wembley Stadium. I feel like I should go.
I think you should. Why not?
Like, I feel like there's nothing more patanzo than to go see my first Ravens game in London instead of just going to the stadium in Baltimore.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why the hell not?
Why not?
Lyle Richardson joined us here. Lyle,
joining whenever the hell I want.
Apparently, Jesus Christ, this fucking
I
guy.
Overheard you as soon as I heard. Okay, Lyle, get on the show. So I was like, okay, there's my cue.
Fucking, this guy comes and goes as he pleases. Literally.
God damn right. I'm old and I'm entitled now. I have a sense of entitlement a mile wide, mister. Don't you forget it. I'm a senior.
Yeah, no,
now. Well,
trust me. I know
that's about the same size
5
as
years,
the island.
Yeah,
I was gonna say now. All right. Real quick, this is going to be a rough one to see because it's so tiny. But we got ourselves a little Mark with the old action, the old Dominic Hasek. And Mark, it looks like a straight par. Looks like a straight par. Does not look like a cat eye cage.
Yes, but the one before that may have.
Oh, the one before that.
And I'm trying to think.
That was before I started taking pictures.
Yeah, I don't know if we have any pictures of that helmet.
We will have to see. But Lyle, we were having some debates. We were talking. We were having some talking some tings and some stuff.
Some things and stuff. Yes.
First question is, at what point? And Mark brought this up. At what point do you start trading your star, or was it Mark or John? I don't know. One of the Patanzos.
Thank you, Sean Leahy.
Yeah, no problem. Giuseppe asked, at what point do you think about trading your superstar?
Well,
this is a big point of contention for Caps Nation, as everybody is saying, except Mike Wilbon. Mike Wilbon said it 3 years ago. You should trade Ovechkin.
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of touched base on that about a week ago. When I started to do a post-mortem of all the teams that had been eliminated from the second round, but oh boy, howdy, the Capitals just dominated that running away. So I just said, to hell with it. I'm going to make it all about this, all about the Capitals.
I read that. It was 80% Capitals.
Yeah. I threw a paragraph and a half there to talk about the other teams, because not saying that what they were, had to deal with wasn't important, but oh my God. Right now, no, I don't believe you should trade him. Honestly, I made this point, and I'm not the only one to have raised this point. You can draw a comparison to these Washington Capitals. Go back about a little over 20 years ago to the Detroit Red Wings. Back around 95, 96. This was a team that was built to win as well, and they kept coming up short every year. Now, they did get to the Stanley Cup final in 1995. And everybody thought that was, that's it. Yes, finally they're going to be crowned. And they did get crowned by getting swept in 4 by the New Jersey Devils. But it was in 95, 96. That was the one where, they set a franchise record or an NHL record, I should say, for most wins in a single season. They absolutely dominated in the regular season. And then they got eliminated by the Colorado Avalanche in the 96 playoffs. The Avs, of course, would go on to win the Stanley Cup that year. But that was the moment when a lot of people in Red Wings Nation in Hockey Town was saying, that's it. Enough of this. We're tired of having our hearts broken. Blow it up. They questioned Yzerman's leadership and ability. Coincidentally, by that point, he was 31 years old and in his 13th NHL season, and people were Yzerman tells a story of going to Vegas, later that summer. Okay, standing at the roulette, standing at one of the roulette wheels, and these two guys looked over, recognized it was Steve Yzerman. One of them turned to the other and said, "Let's go find another table. This one's not lucky." Supposedly, that's a true story from Steve Yzerman. That's how bad it got.
Listen,
Yzerman
did it to us. We still haven't gotten luck yet, so here we are.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, people were questioning Yzerman's leadership. They were saying, he was past his prime. They were questioning Nicholas Lidstrom as a defenseman. So, good puck-moving defenseman, but, gee, does he have what it takes to play, the rough and tumble in the NHL? Maybe he's too soft. People were saying that they're Russian stars like Fedorov and Fetisov, that they were the typical Russians. They can't raise their game in the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. Like, there was a lot of smack talk going on back then. I do remember it quite well. That there was a lot of second guessing going on there in Hockey Town about, the most so talented and they can't win. They don't have any heart. Maybe we should blow this team up. And what they did was they turned around, instead of blowing the team up, was they brought in Brendan Shanahan, Mike Vernon, and Larry Murphy. And those three all turned out to be the missing ingredients that they needed to put them over the top. Now, are players of that caliber available in this year's unrestricted free agent market or trade market? Probably not. Maybe you might get something in trade market.
You can get a washed-up starter around. You can find a washed-up starter somewhere.
They also didn't have a salary cap.
Yeah, exactly. And I made that point as well. I made that point as well in that piece. I said, look, times are different now, obviously. You don't have a salary. You've got a salary cap now. It's harder to do. But let's look at things. Okay, look, the Capitals' goaltending is set with Braden Holtby. Yeah, he didn't have a particularly good playoff compared to the last two where he was pretty much flawless, But he still didn't get a lot of goal support, okay, from his teammates. But look at it. You still have, say what you will about Ovechkin. He's still one of the premier players in the league. Nicholas Backstrom is still one of the best centers in the league. Okay. John Carl, they've got a solid defense core to build around. Okay. Kuznetsov is a rising star. So, there is still a solid foundation there to build upon. So basically what I'm saying here, guys, is I definitely get the frustration, but you can't be turning around and going, okay, blow it up, start over. Yeah, that worked for the Oilers and the Leafs. Blow it up and start over. Except the Oilers and the Leafs had a decade of mediocrity and of mismanagement and bad coaching and just, piss poor draft picks for a long time, okay, before they finally got it right. Okay, to say that the Capitals should go from being a two-time President's Trophy winner to being, among the dregs of the league, blow it all up, that's madness. That's crazy talk. No.
I didn't go blow it all up. My question was more around, at what point do you make a decision that your star player has given enough to the team and enough to the city, and you allow him to move on to try to win somewhere else?
But does he want to move on? First of all, that's a twofold question. First of all, does he want to move on? And second of all, does the owner want him to move on?
And thirdly, can you get rid of him and not take 50% of his contract? Because if you're taking 50%, why not just keep him?
Exactly. Yeah. And let's be honest, you are not at this stage in Ovechkin's career, I hate to say, you are not going to get the type of return that's going to turn your team within a year or two or three into a Stanley Cup champion. You're just not.
No, that's raising a white flag and saying, okay, we're good for the next 5 to 7 years.
You've run it up and you've surrendered.
We're just gonna assume that no one in Washington D.C. recognizes hockey for the next 10 years, and then we'll come back.
And then you'll come back. But here's the thing: it hasn't. I don't think it's reached that point yet. Not unless Ovechkin wants to go. If Ovechkin, takes a summer in Russia and just decides, okay, you know what, it's not working out. Yeah, maybe I do need to go somewhere else, and maybe it'd be better for the team and blah, blah, blah. But if Ovi doesn't want out, you keep him I would say at least keep him for another year. Okay. Yes, he's down, 33 goals this season, but he's had down moments in his career before. Yes, I know he's 31, going to be 32 this year. But who's to say he doesn't turn it around and he has 40 or 50 goals again this season, okay? And for all the people that dump on the guy and say he doesn't raise his game in the playoffs, that's bullshit, because he certainly does. For God's sake, the guy played with a friggin' knee that was a wreck, okay? And then we can all thank Nazem Kadri for that low hit, which I don't believe was a dirty hit. That was a hip check. It wasn't a dirty hit. But he still wound up with a knee injury and a hamstring injury, and he played through he was Ovechkin at 70%, but Jesus, he was still scoring. He was still contributing. He was still out there trying his guts out. So no, I don't think that you should give up on the guy. Same as you don't give up on Nicholas Backstrom. You give up on him. You could put Kuznetsov in there to fill the first line center role, but now you get this yawning, gaping hole on the second and third line. So no, you don't get rid of him. You don't get rid of Braden Holtby. What, are you insane? Holtby is your Vezina Trophy winner last year, and he's nominated again this year. You don't get rid of a goaltender like that. He's still in his prime. You don't get rid of John Carlson. You re-sign him. He's going to be the anchor of your defense corps. Okay, you hang on to him. But yeah, there's going to be changes to the Capitals this year. Okay, Oshie's an unrestricted free agent. Shattenkirk is definitely not going to be back. I mean, he's saying he wants a first line role. Dude, you are so not a first pair defenseman. I'm sorry, you're just not.
Okay? Vegas is looking really good for him.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Maybe somebody ponies up the money, and Vegas has a lot of cap room.
If he's willing to go to Vegas, I'm sure they'd be delighted to give him all the top pairing defense minutes that he wants.
And that $9.99 shrimp cocktail.
Hey, there you go.
Best in the city.
See, I didn't even take that into effect, because if you eat some of the Vegas food, you're gonna feel sick also.
Exactly. But here's the thing, man. Oh man! By the way, the Senators are running wild right now. 3-0 in the first period. First period's not even half over.
Lyle, they got.
I think the Penguins have 14 players injured right now.
Kevin Stevens is on parole, suiting up in third line. Like, that's how bad and dire it is.
Yeah, they are banged up pretty badly. I think Trevor Daley is playing in this one too, but he's not. He's definitely not.
My God, good. Fuck him. Fuck him hard. Fuck him deep. Don't even buy him dinner first. Just fuck him. Fuck that dead steel town. Fuck that no cab having downtown. Fuck those bridges. Fuck those rivers. So, Lyle, let's look at the Caps roster going into next.
Yeah, let's look at it. But I mean, the changes that are going to happen. The changes are going to happen. Shattenkirk's gone. Justin Williams is gone. I think Carl Alsner's gone as well.
That kind of sucks because I like Justin Williams a lot.
I like Carl Alsner a lot too.
Sure. He plays that shutdown role well, but I don't think that But when you've got to resign Kuznetsov and he's getting a big raise, and you got to resign Burakovsky,
and he's got arbitration rights too.
Exactly. So you need to have some money freed up. I think and it's 4-0. Wow. And right about now, I'm reminded of that moment in Major League. Yeah, and they just did the camera shot looking at Matt Murray on the bench, and all I'm thinking is, I think you can go get him now.
Fuck that bullshit, goddamn Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Murray's getting up. Murray is standing up, and it looks like he's getting ready to come out.
Walking the hell out of there. What?
Yeah, wait a minute. And he's going to a cab. He's hailing a cab in full goalie gear, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, but they're in Ottawa. They're in Ottawa. That's why you get a cab.
Lyle, the point
That's
remains.
even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're in Canada. Oh my Jesus! I forgot where I was for a moment.
That would be the number one highlight on SportsCenter if he was able to get a cab right now.
No, it's not a cab. I'm sorry, it's not a cab. It's a tractor. He's flagged down a farmer. He's flagged down a farmer.
If that was Gerard Gallant, he'd be able to get a cab like 30 minutes.
Oh shit, yeah, 30 minutes or less, and the cab is free. But yeah, I mean, Matt Murray's in. And that's probably the end of Marc-Andre Fleury's playoff run. No, I'm kidding. Of course it's not. He'll be back in the next.
No, because Matt Murray's going to get injured in the first 10 minutes.
Oh, of course. Bing! And then he'll be back in. But anyway, so it's 4-0 with 7 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first period.
Wow, they're still in the first?
They're still in the first, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Yeah, Pens are lit up. But
this might be dude.
Listen, my point is this: Guy Boucher is not boring hockey; it's smart hockey, because you lull him to a false sense of. He is after this game. Is he like, we just got lucky today? I don't know what this. I don't know why he's Russian.
I don't know why he's Russian either, but I like the accent. Go with it.
It's lucky. We're lucky here. Guy Boucher. We're lucky to come in here, take a game. This team is Stanley Cup champion. Raise a cup, eh?
With that scar on the side of his face, he should be Russian. That looks like a nasty ass dueling scar or something. Apparently, he took a brick to the face. That's where we got that from. Working on a construction site years ago, took a brick to the face.
Well, I hope it's years ago, not like last summer.
Well, not like last. No, remember he had that scar back like 6-7 years ago with Tampa. So
All right. So
anyway,
let's play a game, Lyle.
Very quickly. Capitals, though, you're going to see some. You're going to see some changes. I think they're going to try and keep TJ Oshie, though. Oshie's a good fit with them. I think they'll try to keep him, but most of those other UFAs I talked about, they're gone. So there's going to be changes there.
11 roster size, 29 standard player contracts. So that includes minor league guys. Project right now at $50 million.
$50 million.
So they have $22 million free, an alleged $73 million cap.
Yeah, and Grubauer is a restricted free agent. Yes.
With arbitration rights.
Yeah, I say that because he's not going to be with the Capitals in about a month's time. He's going to be with your Vegas Golden Knights.
I'm still saying Orpik goes and then they trade Orlov and they free up money.
That would be pretty cool if they could pull that off. But
I said this to a friend today. I pitched this to Jen, and Jen thought this was a good idea too. Of course, she hasn't slept in like 7 days. So somehow, some way, the Caps find a way to give GM Brooks Orpik. In return, you trade away. You sign and trade Dmitry Orlov. You give him Vitek Vanecek, and you give him a pick. And that's the olive branch for not taking a backup goalie.
Couldn't GM at this point like literally walk in at GM's office and put a picture of Philip Forsberg down on the table and say, "You fucking owe this organization."
He should. He really should. You owe this organization, you piece of shit. What you did to us. Hey. I don't know why I suddenly became a Jewish mobster, but regardless, what you owe.
With the guns and everything. How about you just have a pizza and a knish? That was
Jerry Lewis, Frank Scientist kind of thing. Yeah, it kind of works. It's the same. But
Yeah.
no, but here's the thing though. For a lot of people seem to think that yeah, you can dump your bad contracts onto Vegas. That ain't happening. That ain't happening unless you toss in one hell of a sweetener. If you are
That's a good
the
deal. That's
Washington
got to put
Capitals,
together, though.
Yeah, I know.
what? Let me hear it again. Brooks Orpik goes there
It's
for who?
Orpik goes for the expansion pick in return as an olive branch for thanking to take this money off the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Orlov,
Mm-hmm.
Vitek Vanacek, who's the top prospect for the Caps goaltending wise, who is already in North America,
Mm-hmm.
and also a pick goes that way. You might want to trade maybe even a
You
minor
want to
league
give up all of that to Vegas
to
get Orpik off your books?
to get Orpik's 5.5 off the
No.
books. To get
No.
whatever Dmitry Orlov and Mark Gandler. I want to get Mark Gandler out of the way. That's pretty much why I want to get rid of Orlov. I don't like what Mark Gandler has in mind.
Yeah, but I think you're giving up a hell of a whole lot there
Sure
too.
you
doing
are.
that because
But this
Orlov, yeah, say what you will about Gant. Well, unless you can find yourself a decent replacement for Orlov, or unless you're going to use that money to re-sign Alsner, I can see
And
that.
I think you take that money to
Yeah.
re-sign Alsner and you get Schmidt to I'd say you bump up Schmidt to $950.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you don't want to lose Nate Schmidt. He really
No.
impressed me in the playoffs.
He
That
was
guy's got
good.
some wheels, man. He's got some wheels. He's got a good future there. Okay, I can see that. But here's the thing. Like I said, yeah, you've got to really throw in a good sweetener in there if you want to convince McPhee to take your bad contract off your hands. Because it's not going to be a dumping ground. That's not what he's looking for. He wants to build the best team that he can with what he's going to be able to have available. He's looking at younger players, and he's looking long range here. Not just a team that's going to be good enough to at least be competitive right out of the chute, but something that he can build on over the next 5 years. Because he wants to make that team a playoff contender in 5 years.
And that's where I think you send Vanacek and you send Orlov in the fact that, yeah, listen, these are young guys that are going to be your core. Like Orlov's 25, Vanacek I think just turned 20.
And I believe McPhee he drafted Orlov, did he not?
I believe he did.
I believe he did.
And
So
he was one of the Orpik was one of the
he-
last deals he made as a Caps GM as the big splash. I think.
No.
Or was that-
GMB
That was the same year
signed
as
Orpik and Niskanen. He
Ah.
signed Orpik and Niskanen. That's on him. Yeah. GM had nothing to do with that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
But no, but I to your point though, I mean, yeah, I can now that would be you'd be like, okay, yes, that would work, because Orpik's got what 2 years left on his deal.
Who does?
Orpik?
Yeah,
2 years.
next year and the year
So-
after.
So yeah, so he signed through 2018-19 at 5 and change, correct?
Yes,
Does
5
he
and a
cap
half.
it? Yeah. So yeah, if you can clear that off your books, is that willing to give up Orpik? You bump up Nate Schmidt, you bring in somebody else also on that defense. Either you keep Alsner,
Well,
or you find
they have
somebody
4
else.
defensemen signed as it stands right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So, including something called a Taylor Shorney.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but you're also got Carlson. Listen, they can open contract talks with Carlson this summer, and I think they will. I think they're definitely going to be
I
keeping.
think they have to.
Well, you got to. You can't afford to lose him now, too. But yeah,
I
But
mean,
do
they
you
still
trade
have
over-
Madison, Bowie, and Sigenhaller. Well, Sigenhaller's a forward, right? But they
No,
still have
Sigenhaller's
some
a
deep
defenseman.
prospects.
well, and that's the other
Yes.
thing too. I mean, they're going to be looking at probably promoting some young guys as well.
Well, here's the defense that they have. They just signed Lucas Johansson, who is Ryan Johansson's brother. He plays defense. He's a 19-year-old. Colby Williams signed to a 2-year deal that starts next year. He just got out of junior. Connor Hobbs, been there forever. Jonas Sigenhaller is there. Christian Juice has been.
Mhm.
The juice is still not loose in Washington.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Madison Bowie is a restricted. Is he a free agent? Hold on. No, after next year. He's coming up. I mean, there's a lot of Tyler Lewington is down there as well. There's a lot of good young players that they have that they can bring up, but do they want to? Is another big question as well. I mean, do they feel confident? If this is the mentality where the Caps are just like, you know what, we gotta do this now, then I don't know if filling out your, bottom 2 pairing or bottom 3 defensemen is going to be AHL guys. It's a tough row to hoe if you're going to try, because I don't think Bowie. A lot of people are not impressed with Madison Bowie.
Mhm.
Sigenhaller hasn't been over in the North America for long enough to get a good feel on him. So I think that's the big concern from Hershey Bears fans. About
And I
this.
think their best prospect isn't a defenseman. It's Verana, is it not?
Yeah, Jakob Verana is a
Yeah.
left winger.
We believe he had a cup of coffee with him this year, did he not?
He did and played pretty well.
He
Yeah.
played
So I
pretty
think
well.
I think you're going to see that they're going to try and promote him up and give him more time.
And I think one of the big things right now is it's going to be with goaltending, and it's going to be what the hell's happening with Ilya Samsonov.
Mm.
And I think that there's been very little, in terms of this guy is coming over, he's not coming over. What is his progress? What is it? Like, this was a kid who was picked first round and has yet to come over yet, or yet to even get a sniff or want to get a sniff.
And you're going to want to try and hang on to Grubauer to bring him back, because he's already said he wants to come back. He wants to stay. He wants to resign, even though he knows his role is going to be his little used backup. But what the hell, But yeah, if you could swing that deal that you talked about earlier, that hypothetical deal, involving Orpik and Orlov going to the Golden Knights, then yeah, there's your opportunity to re-sign Grubauer for an affordable deal. So that takes care of your goaltending issue right there. You get him under contract at least for a couple of years. He's hope he's your number one guy, so you're good to go there. And that buys you a bit of time to see how your number 3 through 5 in your depth chart in terms of goaltending. It buys you a bit of time to maybe try and improve the depth there to groom an eventual successor in that case, whether it's for somebody to take over for Grubauer or a longer term thing for Holtby.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. Goaltending, always a hoot with the Washington Capitals, isn't it?
Well, it's a hoot now. Oh, damn.
Lyle, we were playing a game.
Mhm.
Johnny came up with this.
Okay.
I kind of
Playing it-
screwed it up already.
Lyle, yeah, he kind of screwed it up already, but it's okay. Home record for your Vegas Golden Knights.
Homer, wow.
Is the over-under Johnny set, bookkeeper Johnny, 20 and a half.
20 and a half games, you think that's the average they're going to win?
That's
Well,
what
technically, now that we actually looked up things after I set 20 and a half, it should probably be lower than that, but screw it. I'm already there. I'm all in.
So you think they're going to win 20 games?
he thinks he's going to win. They're going to win 21 games
21 games.
Home.
at home. At home.
Whoa. Wait.
Out of the 41, Johnny set it at 20 and a half.
For some reason, I thought that teams won more than 75% of their home games.
Wow. Like I thought you were talking like all season, which wouldn't be unusual for expansion teams. But 21 games at home. That's pretty bold there, Johnny.
Well,
He's nothing if not bold, Lyle.
But they will have the worst road record in NHL history.
Oh,
and
I
that's
agree
Johnny
with that completely.
That's your saving grace right there, Johnny. Yeah, they'll have the worst
Well, I
road
mean,
record.
my entire thought process is that the arena's on the Strip. You have to figure out a place to stay. You're in Vegas. There's no way you're going to get a good night's sleep beforehand. They have like the ultimate home ice advantage.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's so many temptations there. But then again, I mean, well, come on. I mean, teams that come to
There's way
to
more
New
than
York.
4 temptations.
To New York, it's the same thing. Los Angeles, same thing.
New York isn't Las Vegas. They try.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Montreal with the Club Super Six is no more. So
Yeah, that's gone.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no more
Now
girl
they-
on girl action on the
Now
stage.
it's just old world charm and British pubs. So there you are.
I mean, if I had a redo, if I could go back, I would probably make it at like 14 and a half. But hey, we'll see.
Okay. All right. So if you're talking wins for the entire season, road and home combined, 21, I would set it higher.
I would set the total for the season win loss or winning. I would set it at 33 and a half.
33 and a half wins?
Yes, for the season.
That's pretty bold too.
That's
Scott.
very bold.
very bold on your
Very
part.
bold,
You
but-
guys been eating bold Doritos tonight because
But
you're
I think
both
that they could have the best. They could have the most overtime and shootout losses in history
wow.
with
Yeah.
47.
I'm going to split the difference.
Wow.
I'm splitting the difference. I'm saying 27. I think 27 is the sweet spot between what Johnny's picked and what Scotty's picked.
All right.
See, I have a weird feeling that this team is going to be way better than any other expansion team.
Oh, I believe you are correct, sir. Yeah, with the way that this thing is set up, I mean, right off the bat, they are going to get 2 really good young defensemen one from Anaheim and one from Minnesota. They are getting one from each for sure. Okay, because they're just certain guys that neither of these teams can protect. They can't protect them all. There's going to be some good young forwards, and there's going to be some deals. There's going to be some deals. Maybe a couple of salary guys, get traded there. I think they're going to be in a lot better shape. And let's face it. I mean, if you look, if goalies like Antti Raanta and Grubauer are not protected in the expansion draft, and there's no side deals made so that the Golden Knights don't take them, geez, they're going to have 2 good young goalies in there. Well, Grubauer's not really young, but you know what I mean? Still.
He's decently young.
2 guys, they're going to have 2 guys that really want to be starting goalies, that are looking for that opportunity. So I think in goal, if you grab those 2 guys alone, you're going to be in good shape.
Go ahead.
And then if you get somebody like, say, Matt Dumba from the Minnesota Wild, if they leave him unprotected, Brandon Montour from the Anaheim Ducks.
He's half defenseman, half horse.
I heard.
Exactly. Brandon Minotaur. But yeah, I mean, right off the bat there, man. I mean, you've got you're pretty solid in goal. You're going to have 2 good young studs on your blue line that's going to bode well for your future. Could be a key part of your long-term future. So right off the bat, that's a pretty good start. I mean, this is just me rattling this off the top of my head here. But I'm sure that they're going to be able to grab themselves, some decent young forwards in there somewhere. Who knows? Maybe is it possible that Nashville might only protect 3 defensemen and possibly a guy like Ekholm or Ellis is left unprotected? Is that possible?
I think if they win the cup, they just leave anybody unprotected. It's like, hey, guys, it's fine. We did this.
It's like, yeah, we're good here. We're good here. Go ahead. We're good.
And 9 months after the cup, there's going to be a lot of children because of all the unprotection.
A lot of kids.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Nashville,
they're good.
They are looking scary good. Scary good. And that series with the Ducks right now, that's been my favorite thus far. I mean, because let's face it.
Can you
Predator
imagine?
Center's been boring as shit, except for tonight, of course. But anyway.
Can you imagine a a series, a cup final, where the defensemen are the big toast of the day? Not since Ray Bork took on Scott Stevens has been a defensive matchup been like that. Because God bless Ottawa, they don't get any press for being offensive.
Oh no. And I mean, and listen, Erik Karlsson, Erik Karlsson, if they get to if Ottawa gets to the cup final, Karlsson has to be considered their odds-on favorite to be the Conn Smythe Trophy nominee, their top nominee. If they win it, he'll probably get the damn thing. And justifiably so. Jesus, the guy's doing it on one leg, let's be honest here, But yeah, but I mean, you
faster than half the league.
Exactly. Yeah, and you look at that depth, that scary blue line depth that they have. And I mean, Ryan Ellis has really come into his. I mean, he's been getting better every year, but this, and this season he had a good season. But these playoffs, he is really, I think, has really come out.
Phaneuf has been pretty good too in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he's regained his mojo, hasn't he? Like he's throwing the body around, looking like the Phaneuf of old. And I mean, the Phaneuf of old is in his first 2 seasons in Calgary, and not that sad husk of a man that was the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
It's like he plays in a system that's attuned to him hitting.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
It's like he's playing a defensive system which allows him to hit more. Amazing.
So weird.
And not have to be the top pairing leader.
Yes.
Yeah, like, oh, gee, a second pairing role seems to suit him just fine. But, yeah, that could be very entertaining. But if the Predators get in the final, I got to say now, they get in the final, I'm picking them.
But hey, Martin Erat, though.
You guys will never let that go.
Well, I have a.
As you guys watch Philip Forsberg parade the cup around, as a Habs fan, I got to sit and watch PK
Jeff Schultz. It'd be like Jeff Schultz parading the cup around.
No, this is worse. If the if the Predators win, do the Caps raise a banner that said "We traded Philip Forsberg"?
Right next to the
yes.
Montreal banner, it says "We traded PK Subban." Yeah.
Two things on
Jesus.
that. One, my Nashville Predators Philip Forsberg shirt is fantastic. Second
Not
off, how quickly
You got that
does
as a gift, right?
I did get it as a gift. So
Nice.
my buddy Dan Bradley got that for me. But how soon does PK bring it to Montreal for his day with
All
the cup
summer.
to take it to the yeah, no shit.
He'll be taking
Like
it to the
PK
Children's
starts
Hospital.
paying other players that don't really have like a place to take it for it to be in Montreal.
The whole time.
Pretty much.
Nah, he'll be taking it to the Children's Hospital
Yep,
there. But
absolutely.
oh man.
What could have been? What could have been? All right, let's figure this out, boys. 27.5 is what Lyle set for the total wins for the Vegas Golden Knights in 17-18. 27.5. I will go with the over, but slightly over.
Okay.
But
I'm
over
going
nonetheless.
over also.
Johnny going over. Mark.
Under, just because I want to be different.
Mark under.
There you go.
Lyle.
There you go, you rebel, you. I admire
Lyle.
that in you, Mark. Yes, sir.
Lyle over under.
Wait a minute. I set that. I set that,
Yeah,
Mark.
then you get to pick the over or the under.
Yeah, you have to still pick. You can't take push. You can't win a half. a
Okay,
game.
I
I mean, the Capitals have tried.
I'm going to join Mark, and I'm going to say under, but just slightly. Slightly. I'm not as much of a rebel as Mark.
They're going to win game 27 with one game left, and Lyle's like, you fuckers better lose. I swear to God, you better lose.
I will come in for your knees, your freaking knees.
See, then it'll go to a shootout. It'll go like way too long in the shootout, and Gary Bettman will have to call it a tie, and somehow they'll end with 27.5 wins.
And what's going to happen is Reed Duke will come off the bench because he's a late season call up and score and give the win to me and Johnny, as it should be. Vegas Golden Knights. It's going to be a great time with you guys.
Oh man, hey, listen.
I did see. I saw the Adidas draft hat. Adidas is already pumping out better hats than
Are
Reebok.
they? Well, Adidas owns I have not seen the draft hat. Oh my God.
They had the Yahoo had the Vegas Knights draft hat
Of course
because
they did.
they were talking about the color scheme was on the draft hat, even though it was the same color scheme everybody's been talking about for 8 months.
Sure, but this is a confirmation.
But definitely it looks nicer than the past seasons of draft hats,
As it
especially that what was the paper towel draft hat season was terrible.
That was the Montreal draft.
Yeah, the white draft hat that looked like a paper towel. It had the indentations and all.
It was god terrible.
I'll tell you, Coach's Corner just got interesting. Don Cherry yelling at Sabres fans to be quiet during Coach's Corner. They listened to him and stopped chanting. Behold the power of grapes. I came it down, trying to shut up, pan.
Johnny, where'd you see this at? I need to find this.
I'll send it to you.
Please do.
I'll Google. I'll Google. I have nothing. You guys can keep talking. I'll Google.
Okay, you Google. We'll talk. You Google. Lyle, who else is going to be a Conn Smythe nominee?
Oh my goodness. Well, if you're looking at if you're looking at the Preds, there's several guys there you could pick. Pekka Rinne's one. Apart from that, was a game 2 against the Ducks. He's been pretty much close to flawless as you can be. Ryan Ellis has played well. I think he would deserve a nom. Up front, I don't know. Kind of torn between Forsberg and Johansson, though. I don't know if I really want to go with Ryan Johansson because, dude, stop whining. Yeah, Ryan Kessler's in your grill. Welcome to the playoffs. Suck it up, Buttercup, and keep going. And it's not like he hasn't.
That was really awesome, though.
Sitting there and I don't know how anybody could win. I don't know his family. And it's just like, dude.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong, but whining about it, all you're doing is just admitting to the guy, yeah, you're in my head. You're driving me nuts. Red flag, red cape in front of the bull. Go ahead. It's like, come on, Johansson. You've been in this league a little while. Come on.
Yeah, but he also knows that giving the red cape to Ryan Kessler means he's going to go over the line and take a penalty at some point, and the Predators are going to score.
I don't know if this is the Golden Knights hat or Team Germany. I'm very.
Let's have a. Can I see it again,
Yeah,
please?
here it is, right here.
Oh my!
It's an interesting. I like the design of the hat.
It looks like the German. It does look like the German
yeah.
flag, doesn't it?
It does look a
Yeah.
little like the Deutschland.
It really does.
So
Yeah.
I guess that means Philip Grubauer's getting there.
See.
Well then. Hmm.
I do
No.
see. I like the gray. I like the dark gray with
The
the
gray's
color
nice.
scheme. If the Capitals one is dark gray with the red, white, and blue panels and the Caps logo on the front, I probably am buying one.
I'm glad they're not doing the snapback. I'm glad it's not white. It's not a white color. It's a nice. It's a nice.
I
hat.
like that
And
slate gray
will-
color.
The slate gray does work with every team. So I am, thumbs up to the draft hat.
Could have been worse. Could have been
Exactly.
worse. That it's actually not too bad.
It's not too shabby.
Yep.
So now
I
Scotty
do.
Wise
I
goes on
do.
list.
Plus,
I.
Adidas does make really nice hats.
Yes.
They're like their flex fit is a little bit smaller than the Reebok flex fit,
Ah.
so
Okay.
it fits me better. Your head might not.
my
fit.
my fat head. I'll just have to buy something else. Jesus Christ.
Well, actually, if I remember correctly, Adidas flex fits come in sizes, so they have the small, medium, large, extra large set.
Good. So they don't have that large, extra large where it's just like, maybe it's this. Good then.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I don't know why I said that. Full of anger. Fucking the cap season's going.
So I'm gonna say this that I was really pissed off that the Caps lost. Yeah, it was in a bad place, and I decided that I was not going to buy any new Capitals gear until the Capitals won the Stanley Cup. And then while I was writing that tweet, I was like, "Fuck, Adidas is coming out with jerseys next year."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
God
And I was
damn it!
If there's anything worse that you can do to a guy who's grown up watching soccer, playing soccer, and wearing like Adidas soccer gear his entire life, is to make Adidas make hockey jerseys. Now I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
have to buy an Adidas hockey jersey.
It's like, well, shit.
But this will be the last one though.
I
He
was like, they got
swears.
me.
Yeah.
Actually, the only way I'm
Chicken,
buying the Capitals jersey is if it has the 3 stripes underneath the arm, like
It
the
does. I
the
can
other one,
guarantee
so.
you it does.
the only way I'm buying it.
All right, Lyle, 2 goalie notes that we have to talk about. Last week, Scotty Darlin signed with Carolina.
Yep.
4-year deal, $16 million. Not too bad. It's not too bad.
Shabby? Not shabby at all. I like that move for Carolina.
Lee Hardley knew ye Eddie Lack. Or Cam Ward. I don't know who's going to take Cam Ward.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, wasn't Eddie Lack though signed as like the heir apparent to Cam Ward,
He
and
was.
now there's another heir apparent?
was.
And
He
then,
was, but this time the heir apparent's coming from a better team
and had a better performance a little bit.
and a better.
So this time it's real.
yeah,
Yeah, it's real to me, damn it.
yeah,
And Eddie Lack is the most affordable out of the 3. So
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
he's only got both him and
Oh,
Cam Ward.
there's
They have
your-
1 more year.
There's your washed up starter that comes to Washington.
Oh, Eddie Lack, everybody.
I was thinking Cam Ward, but yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
There
Yep.
you go. There
You know what?
There you
It does fit. It does fit the Mike Vernon fold. Former Stanley Cup winner, has been down on his luck recently. Hasn't bounced around like Mike Vernon did, but yeah, we can throw him in there. I like it. Let's make this happen. Cam Ward for Caps goalie, 2017. Ben Bishop also. This Lyle. I know people said Jim Nill could have been a genius. Now they have, I think, 47 million tied up in goaltending. What in Brett Hall and Les Wilson, or whoever the hell his name was, wouldn't have made this deal that bad. And they were co-GMs.
Yeah, now before you get all angry with Jim Nill, remember there one of those 3 goalies is not going to be there in a month's time, and that's going to be Antti Niemi. Antti Niemi is either going to be traded or most likely bought out, so he will be gone. They had to do something to improve their goaltending because their goaltending was freaking horrible last season. It was mediocre 2 years ago when they made the playoffs and all that happy stuff. But, they had the firepower at the time and a little bit better defensive depth back then to overcome it. Last season, they were friggin' horrible. They were that tandem of Lettinen and Niemi was among the worst in the league. So they had to do something to upgrade that. And hey, what do? You go get the best goaltender who's potentially available in free agency. First you trade for him, then you sign him. He wanted to be there. And listen, man, I give Ben Bishop, this is a guy who was even willing to go to Calgary, So, I mean, hey, he was willing to go to Dallas. Good on him. The term, or I should say the dollars are sensible. You get him for under $5 million a season when, most people, including myself, was thinking, yeah, he's going to be looking for, between $6.5 and $7 million a season. Deal's a little long, though. I believe was it 5 or 6 years? Six.
29.5.
Yeah, that's just a little long. I would have preferred 4, but hey, you got to get what you can get, and you're trying to keep the term low. It's heavily front loaded as much as it can be.
I like how Lyle just said 6 was too long by a third. Like literally 2 out of 6 years.
2 out of 6, yeah,
it's too long.
That's too long. Yeah, 2 years out of 6 is too long. But I say that because first of all, his
contract would have been perfect.
Other than that, but I mean, he's 30 years old, and he has a lengthy injury history that stretches back to 2012. A lot of lower body injuries there. Now, if he can put that behind him, stay healthy, if they can get 4 good seasons out of him, hey, it could be worth it. It could be worth it. It's a bit of a gamble on their part. When he's healthy, there's no question he's among the league's elite. Okay, he's a 2-time Vezina Trophy finalist. He backstopped the Lightning to the Stanley Cup final 2 years ago. So I don't blame them for going after him. Again, the dollars are worthwhile. It's not a ridiculous amount. It could have been much worse. He didn't blow his brains out with this. Again, it's probably a year, maybe 2 years too long in the deal. But again, I understand why they did it, because they wanted to get the cap hit under $5 million. So, I like the move. I just hope that if he can stay healthy, I think it could be a terrific move. Now they got to work on building up that defense.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I think they can do that. I think they can do that.
Whenever they decide to call up, what's his name, the kid from Julius Honka, if you're horny.
Yeah, well, he had a cup of coffee this year. I think I think they're going to look at him more full time. I think the problem is that they put way too much. I think they put too much over reliance on those young defensemen this year. When after Goligoski and Demir's left, they really were lacking kind of a veteran presence there. And they put a little too much faith in those young guys. I mean, listen, not saying that they're not going to be good down the road, but some of them may not be all that. And if you try and heap too much responsibility on these guys too soon, they can crack under the pressure. So maybe you might want to look at moving one or two of those guys out of there, and maybe see if you can bring in a more experienced depth guy in by trade. Maybe you can find something decent by free agency as well, maybe sort of a lower down in the depth chart there. I don't want them to go and blow their brains out in free agency and go chase Kevin Shattenkirk, because that'd be a waste.
How much does Jamie Olesiak and Esa Lindell get, do you think?
Well, Esa Lindell, I think of the two, I think he could have more trade value. Geez, maybe you could toss. I don't know. Maybe you toss. Dangle him into Minnesota. See if you can't pry somebody like Dumba or Brodin out of there. Maybe of the two, if you're looking for more experience, you might want to grab somebody like Brodin. But maybe I don't know. Maybe do you see if Carolina's interested in swapping Lindell for maybe one of their more experienced guys on that blue line? Who can say? You're not going to get the Slavin or Justin Falk. But Falk, though, I think I could see Falk going from Carolina if they were to get a good score. But I don't think that the Stars have that really to spare right now. So I don't know. It'll be
both restricted free agents, so you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes.
It's going to be interesting to see how Neil does that, but I think he's going to be setting his sights now to try and shore up that deal a little more.
So Alex Hemsky to a $5.5 million contract coming next week, and Jim Nill turns.
There you go.
After Jim Nill turns.
And if that happens, then yeah, all bets are off, and I don't know what the hell they're doing there, but it ain't what we would expect.
Lyle, you're a man of honor. You're a man of vigor. You're a man who goes ahead and just keeps his things on the even keel.
You've been reading my diary.
We are 3 games into the Western Conference Final. We are currently 3 games in the Eastern Conference Final.
Hooah.
I assume you've made your picks. I assume that you're
yeah.
going to stick with your picks
Yep.
as we do the Lyle versus Inanimate Object 2017.
Yay! And by the way, you can read my picks as well. They're on the soapbox there on my website under the heading "Am I Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?" The Conference Final Edition, where once again I go head to head not with an inanimate object, but with a very animate object, my 11-year-old nephew Jace.
There you go. So
There
Lyle
you go.
actually takes on an actual human being and not just things we make up.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm still willing to do this against inanimate objects because fuck those guys.
Well,
I know they do.
the closest competitor now that can win it all is the Panda, but it has to run the table.
Wow.
And you have to lose out.
Wow.
It is a.
This is a landslide that next year.
9 to 7 to 5 to 4. That's Lyle to Panda to Orb to Oyo Stan, which is also the way the Orioles turned to triple play last week. I think 9 to 7.
Yep, I saw that.
5 to 4.
I love Oyo Stan. I hope he's picking again this year.
Oh yeah, no, he is. He is.
Oh, awesome.
As we have
Save
to
the
keep-
best for
Oyo
last.
Stan doesn't give up.
We
He
gotta-
doesn't give up.
Yeah,
No,
save the
trust
best
me,
for last. Love
I've
Oyo
seen
Stan.
regular Stan, and there's many times he should have given up. He was still playing ball at like 60 years old, Lyle, like hard ball. Like he was still playing hardball at 60 years old.
Wow, that's just refusing to give up. Wow.
Dude, he's only 5'7", and he could still. He was so bot like a brick shit house. Like he could crank a ball to deep center field at Broadneck Park, where center field's like 450. He could crank it to the deepest part of the ballpark, but because he's so slow, only leg out a double. So
He's basically Harold Baines.
I've never met Stan. I've heard so much about him. He's taken on this mythic proportion for me. I expect him to be like as tall as Paul Bunyan, for God's sake.
The bad part, though, like as much as we talk about Stan, if you ever were to meet Stan, you would be like, "Wow, they really undersold him."
not wrong. Listen. When Stan comes into when we're at a wake, and Johnny's there at a wake, and Stan comes up to him and said, "Hey, I thought we said no Italians in here." That's,
No, that's
What did he
not
say?
exactly what he said.
Okay, what did he say?
Stan walked up to me. I was talking to you and Jen. Stan walked up, looks at you, and goes, "I thought we said no wops."
I was trying to clean up for radio, but you're correct.
And then he asked me if Mark was actually getting married and said, "Make sure he calls me before that happens."
And did you call him, Mark?
I did not. I did not.
And that's why he's happily married to this day.
No shit. One of the big things.
Those were literally the first 45 seconds of me meeting Stan at the wake for Scotty's grandmother.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a time. Also, by the way, update on the family. Apparently, they're putting a pool back in the backyard. 3 years after they sod the whole thing, it's nice and green. Mom and Dad are like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just put a pool back in. So, yeah. My family's the best. All right. Lyle, we're going to let you pick first as you are the winner, and we're going to go East Coast first. Ottawa, Pittsburgh. Tonight's, boy howdy, is tonight looking like a landslide right now. But who do you have in the 7 games, the first to 4 wins?
Before this began, I selected the Ottawa Senators because, damn it, Canada needs a Stanley Cup, baby, and they're our only chance. So
All right.
I picked the Senators.
The Orb is up now. Now, the Orb, will the Penguins beat the Senators? As the Penguins
Now,
are
well,
the home team.
the Orb's been statistically eliminated, so does the Orb even get to pick anymore?
Absolutely. We're playing this one out.
Yeah, we don't have mathematical eliminations in this game.
There's,
we don't.
there could be a 200-point swing Stanley Cup final.
Which would be just my luck. Oh, God.
Actually, if the Stanley Cup final goes to Game 7, I think we should pick the winner of Game 7 as a 200-point swing.
I agree.
Make it happen.
Will the Pittsburgh
I'm
Penguins
going to
beat
regret
the
that, I know, but I agree with John.
What does that say, Mark? I can't even see it. Gotta talk.
Trying to look upside down.
Reply
Talk.
hazy.
Reply hasty. Try again. Yeah.
Let's see here.
It is decidedly so.
It is
All right,
decidedly so. There we go.
Pittsburgh for the Orb. Panda, you have the chance to win it. What lap of luxury are you going to distill upon us? I don't know what the hell I was saying there.
Wow.
I was trying to be the panda.
Words of wisdom.
Trying to be the panda.
Panda says yes,
Penguins
and it
out.
says, happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort.
Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Listen,
All right.
Is this proof? Yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
that's lovely, Mark.
That is fantastic, Mark.
I bought you that cage as well, I believe.
I think so. But that's proof. I found proof that straight cage.
Straight bar all day,
It,
day.
it does
It is.
work.
All right. Go ahead, Stan. Sorry for interrupting.
You son of a bitch! I told you to call me. You didn't call me. Tired of this bullshit.
Hey, Stan, did you know that Mark has a baby on the way?
What? Hold on a second, Mark. How old are you now?
32? 33?
How do you not know your own age? Birthdays. My God.
I'm 32.
I will tell you. I will tell you. You're 33. Stupid. Listen.
You're not 32. Jesus.
Look. Here's the thing. You're gonna be trying to capture those glory days every time you have a kid. Once I had this dumbass behind me, it was downhill from there. All my motorcycles were gone. All the girly shots were gone. Couldn't get anymore. And it's all because of this son of a bitch behind me. So that tells you something too. I made this stupid decision because Barb just said, just go bitch and complain otherwise. Good for nothing wife, let me tell you. Stan, that's a little rough. Hey, you know it as well as I do. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, listen, you got shitty rivers, shitty cab service, shitty bridge, shitty French fries on a listen, it's French fries, it's a side, not part of the dish itself. Tough of this bullshit. Then you got Pretty Boy up there in Canada, sitting there, high on his horse, doing model stuff, smoking the weed. But they have the free healthcare. I got to go with Ottawa on this one, if nothing more than to piss off those Penguins fans. There we go, Stan.
Thank you, Stan. Wow.
That's Lyle, again, underselling this whole
I
thing.
didn't realize how close this is actually to Stan and not so much caricature.
It's
But
kinda-
it's still on the low side.
I can't go that without getting, hey, why is you so racist? Because then it just gets it stops being funny and starts being real. It's the real world.
That's true, actually.
True story. All right. Anaheim, Nashville, Lyle. Who'd you have?
Oh gosh. I picked the Ducks in that one because my nephew Jace picked the Predators, and I didn't want to pick the same team as he did because trying to do this friendly sort of competition thingy, and it doesn't work for writing if I'm picking the same. If we both agree on the same picks in the conference final, so I'm picking the Ducks.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Orb. What do you have? Ducks versus Senators. Ducks versus.
Could be repeat of
Let's
the
see.
2007 series.
Will the Ducks beat the Predators? What do we got here? Oh yeah.
Ask again later. Ask
Hide the
again
window
later.
there.
Ask again
We got a
later.
Black screen. All right, here we
That's
go.
okay.
Ask again later.
No.
Let's do it
And
again.
it is decidedly so.
There we go.
Nice.
Wow,
There you go.
decidedly so for both
Decidedly.
series.
Wowzers. When he's got nothing left to lose, he's very decidedly, isn't he? Decisive.
Kind of
Decidedly decisive. Decidedly decisive.
You're close.
Yeah.
Panda. Brr. What do you got there, Panda?
Panda says yes. Panda says sometimes you just got to give yourself what you wish someone else would give you.
Is that
What
right?
does that mean? I don't know what that means.
It's from Dr. Phil.
Oh, okay.
That explains why it's
I
bad.
don't want anything that Dr. Phil would give anyone.
No.
Maybe.
Well, no, he said you have to give yourself something that you would want someone else to give you.
Okay.
That's true.
Give me a bottle of friggin' 35-year-old Macallan and I'll be happy. How's that sound, Dr. Phil?
Josh McCown, the quarterback for the Browns?
Yeah, actually, he's probably close to 35.
There you go. That'll work. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right, so I had another kid after this one. Her name's Anna. And I want to tell you something about this. You know what? Look, all right, you know what? I can't do it. Listen, hey, stupid, put the screen share up. All right, well, Stan gets what he wants. This was me. This was me back in the day. Had the nice beard. Look at those corduroy pants with a soft tail there with a hot little lady. What else we got there? Look at me. Broads, pimpin' stand, big aviators, the jean shorts. Look where all that went now. You have 2 kids. I'm a little minifigure now. The hell's this garbage? Look at these dames. They're all over Big Stan and my Big Stan, if you know what I mean. So, if this means anything, don't have kids. Mark, I'm sorry. Don't have kids. It'll be the downfall of you all. Because
So
of that,
unlike you to apologize.
listen, you little wop. That's all I apologize for. Bring another Dago into this world. What am I supposed to do?
Oh my god.
It's actually getting closer. It's still not there.
Wow. Oh my god.
I'm picking Nashville because I like country music. Thanks, everybody.
There you go. Thank you, Oyo Stan. Oh my god. Whew, I'm gonna miss him when the playoffs are over.
I can't wait for the draft to be in DC. Then Lyle flies down and we go to Scotty's backyard for the pool party cookout.
That is bound to be there because there will be a pool now.
Well, apparently,
Lyle gets to meet Stan and Barb, and we just have a grand old time.
I hope they do. I hope that they don't do the Washington draft next year. I hope it's the year after because next year I gotta fly out to Edmonton for my nephew's wedding. So my chances of going to the draft next year are very slim. But the good news is after that, yeah, that draft absolutely.
Here's the text I got yesterday because I asked her if she got the Mother's Day gift that I sent her. And she said, don't know if I told you, we're having another pool like our old one put in. This one's a kayak. They don't make the Olympic anymore. So we are busy having trees trimmed before they start. Dad got the permit on Friday. The same size, only difference, the wide deck will go the whole length of the pool instead of half. Plus, this will go from 4 feet to 5.5 feet. We're getting a sliding board.
Ooh.
So, listen.
That is one hell of a text.
Yeah, that's
a lot of information in a text message.
it's like a whole page of the bump. Like this is a giant screen, and it fit like almost the. Like my God, like, you teach English, right? Semicolons. Just break it up a little bit. So, yeah, pool fun. When next time I go home, it's just gonna be bitching about how he has to take care of the pool now. You know, the algae. Don't skim it.
From Stan's idea.
Fucking right, it's not. You kidding me? He just made that backyard nice and pristine and green and lush, and the playground that they built up for their grandkids are nice and up there. And that was a fucking pool. That was a fucking pool.
Maybe they'll put the pool in the front yard.
Now that would be a great move. That would be so Glen Burnie it hurts.
And then you can put a patio in the living room.
Well, the Lyle.
Well, no, then you can dive out of the bay window.
That's true. Here's the thing, Lyle. You joke, but the living room for my parents is literally the old deck that is now a sunroom.
Oh,
So,
That is true.
that's interesting.
There's a massive TV in there, though.
dude, it's like a 75-inch or some shit. I don't know.
Wowzers.
Stan's just like, you know what? I bought it. I found it off the back of a truck. It was $100. I'm like, how do you keep getting these deals? How do you know? Like he got a buddy he knew had Pontiac. It was a friend of a Pontiac dealership, and he kept getting the guy's year-old cars for $5,000. He had a 2004 Bonneville. No, was it 2002 Bonneville SSEI supercharged engine? Got it for $5,000. I'm like, how was this is not legal, and I'm pretty sure somehow down the line in like 20, 30 years, I'm going to get digged for this because you're probably going to be dead. So I'm going to have to deal with all your debts. Next thing I know, you got 40 car payments. It's weird, Stan. So he did get rid of one of the cars.
Although you have to tell a quick story about the Dart though, because that's one of the classic Stan stories about how he took the what didn't he take like the one of the cars back to get an oil change?
So my mom is a big fan of the Grand Caravan. She likes vans. So he had at the time. He had a Ford Focus, I think it was, or a Ford Fusion. He had like 20 miles on it because he drove his work truck everywhere. And this was like 4 or 5 years ago. So he goes into the Dodge dealership to get the Grand Caravan to get it all changed up, the oil chance because he had dealership or whatever. So he goes in there, he calls my mom, and said, "Hey, get the neighbors to drive you down to the dealership. I just bought a Dart." So stupid Stan bought a Dodge Dart while getting an oil change, and then went back to the dealership to trade in the Fusion for like pennies on the dollar. He just recently sold that Dart, and I think he said it had like 2,000 miles on it. This is a 2014 Dart that he sold in 2017 and it had 2,000 miles on it. And this is a man of impulse, ladies and gentlemen. This is a man, by the way, he bought a Toyota Tundra extended crew cab truck in for the Dart. So I guess without a car payment, they die. I don't know how this works in my family.
Like, that's just amazing to me. Like,
Wow.
go anywhere. Like, I can't even walk into Best Buy and be like, I need to get my computer serviced. I'm thinking about buying a new wireless mouse. Like, I can't even go that far, let alone like, hey, I'm getting an oil change on the Caravan. I'm going to buy a new car.
Look, he's pulling pension from the Maryland state government and the Prince George's County government. So he's pulling 2 pensions. On top of that, he's just like, you know what? I have this disposable income somehow that you don't need to know about, and I'm going to spend my money on cars. And it's funny because I think the most anyone drove the Dart in consecutive time is when I had to, because the Journey had a flat tire because I ran over something. So I drove the Dart for like, I don't know, I guess 100 miles, and that was like the most anyone had driven on it for a year. So it still had the new car smell in it when I drove the damn thing. And he still has that Dodge Journey, which is my rental car every time I go home.
That thing's awesome, though.
I need to find a way to buy it for like $1, but he'll probably upcharge me 10 grand. So
yeah, he got it for 5. He's going to sell to you for 15.
Hey, listen, you don't turn a profit unless you do something like that. So God bless Stan. Well, Lyle, that's unless you have anything else to share.
No, I'm good to go too. Like Mark, I gotta roll. So
slowly going into the off season.
Yes.
Hey, real quick, do we want to do a revised expansion draft next week or the week after?
Whatever works for you guys, man.
Next week, homework time. Homework expansion draft. Revise your draft if you want to.
Oh crap! I have to do that again.
I know,
Yes. If I've got to do it, so do you.
I still have it. I literally printed it out, and it's been sitting in the same.
I
place since we did this the first time.
still have that email you sent with the attachments of all
There you
those
go.
ones
Perfect.
you guys picked. I don't even remember. Did I keep mine?
I don't know. Did you? You had to. Who knows?
Whatever. If I didn't, it'll be like, well, here's what I'm picking, and
Well, this will be the
still
second
can't
draft.
wait until this team takes Antoine Roussel to be an agitator
And the
because
fun
he brings
good pick.
energy to the arena. That's the reason I chose him.
And the
Good
fun
pick.
part's going to be I'll be in Chicago when the draft's going down, as we have it happening, part 74. Of course, I'll be at Wrigley, I think, that morning. So, all right,
And I'll
Lyle.
be thinking of you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously.
Hopefully, in a
Wishing
great,
I was there.
exactly.
How much does it cost to get a cardboard cutout of somebody?
Listen, it's much cheaper than you think, but much more expensive than you'd hope.
Damn it.
And on that
I
cryptic
kind of want to
note,
get a cardboard cutout of Lyle and just bring him to draft.
that would be sweet. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Like, look, my cardboard cutout's having more fun than I do when I go to these things.
The
God
Yahoo
damn.
party and like Greg and like, you're sitting at the table drinking with Lyle.
Oh yeah, they'll be sitting there going, "Oh, look, see, cardboard Lyle's more fun than real Lyle."
Exactly,
Yes,
but he can't drink as much.
Cardboard Lyle never sleeps.
There you go. Oh,
All right, guys.
bye, Lyle. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll see you next
All
week.
right.
Talk to you next week, guys. Take care.
There he goes, Lyle Richardson. SpectreTalkie.net, HockeyNews.com. Yeah, it's PI Garden, Johnny. Shoutouts.
I'll give a shout out to my golf game. Hopefully, I find it before this weekend.
Nice.
I think the first golf ball I might hit this entire year will be at 11:10 on Friday morning, and that is when my tee time is. So we'll see.
Perfect. Mark.
Shout out to my wife Brittany for getting halfway through the pregnancy. We're halfway there. And shout out to her for putting up with me for this long and another male Patanzo for the 20 weeks. So there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Shout out to Oyo Stan.
Big little Oyo stand. By the way, the Oyo Kickstarter is still going on. You got about 10 days left, folks. And then it is all over. They're at 13,000 last I checked. I donated $200. Why shouldn't you? Go to bit.ly/OyoMeKick. They have 14,616 as of this recording. 12 days left to go. So get out there and support them, or go to oyosports.com and they have a link to their Kickstarter right there. Not a plug, a very big plug. Shout out to Stan, both Big and Oyo. And also shout out to Jen. Hopefully she can get some sleep with me yelling incessantly. Probably not. That's it. That's all. I got nothing else for Mark, or for Johnny P. Mark with a C. I'm Scotty Watts. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's also our Tumblr, Twitter, Face Off HCKY Show, Face Off FOH as a radio. It's Facebook. Yeah, whatever. Point is this. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.